next one is Frank of All Trades.
Let him in, please.
Certainly, sir. Frank? Come in, please. Thank you. Thank you. Hi.
Come here, please.
Hi.
Close the door.
Sure. Hi. Hello. Hi.
Please. Come here.
Take a seat.
Yes, hi. Thank you.
Did you find us okay?
Yes, I did.
Good, good. How are you?
Good. Real good. A little nervous.
Yeah, I know. I can imagine. So you're applying for the creative director position. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Well, thank you. I'm creative, and I'm really good at giving orders, so I can also direct. Oh, okay. Did you bring a resume? Oh no, I didn't. I didn't know I needed one. Sorry. And what do you know about the company? I guess we both know this interview is not going really well. But do you know why? Well, stick around. I'm gonna show you how to master your next job interview in Frank of All Trades. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's nice to see your smiley faces once again here in this channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate your visit. Please like, share, subscribe to this channel if you find the content here is interesting. Today we're going to talk about a very important topic. Okay, this came to me after speaking to a few friends. I got a couple of friends who are looking for a second job right now, and they were trying to come up with questions for their job interviews. After giving them a few pointers here and there, I decided it was a great idea to make a video about this, just to share with you the best things I know about interviews, about job interviews. Now, why do I know so much? Well, back in 2006, I was working for a very large telemarketing company. I was in charge of all the hiring, coaching, developing, and training of new employees. And I did interviews all day long, 5, 7, 10 interviews per day for 3 years. So I know a little bit about interviews, and today I'm going to share with you the most important things you should know about job interviews to prepare you for your next one, okay? Without further delay, let's jump into number 1 right away. As you saw on that introduction, body language is so important, okay? There are a few things you need to know about body language. Your body says a lot more than you think. A good chunk of our message is communicated by our body, the body language and the tone of our voice, not even the words we're using, so be really careful. Watch your hands, okay? Stop touching your hair, stop touching your face, stop moving your hands around. Be mindful of your surroundings, your hands. Just keep them in front of you. Don't move them. The more you move your hands, the more nervous you seem. The more you touch your face, the more liar you seem. It's called the Pinocchio syndrome. I didn't make this up. Google it. The Pinocchio syndrome says that every time we tell a lie, the nerves in our face start itching. That's why we tend to touch our face, our nose, like Pinocchio. So stop touching your face, stop touching your hair. That just communicates I'm really nervous. Just keep your hands in front of you and don't move. Just wait for the first question and smile, right? That's body language. Another very important part in body language is eye contact. You gotta look at your interviewer in the eyes. Don't wander around with your eyes. It just seems like you're nervous or you've never been out of your house and you're just looking at everything like, whoa, amazed. Stop it. Keep your hands in front of you, smile, and look at your interviewer in the eyes. If you cannot do that though, because it could be intimidating, just look at them right here. They won't be able to tell the difference. And every time you stare at somebody's nose, like right here, they think you're looking into their eyes, okay? If that helps, use it. That's point number 1, body language, tone of your voice, your positioning, and also your eye contact, okay? Number 2, let's talk about number 2, it's appearance. I know you don't have to show up to your job interview wearing a suit and tie or a nice dress, but you do have to look presentable. As you saw Frank of All Trades here in the introduction, he was wearing a t-shirt and some tennis shoes. Definitely do not wear tennis shoes on your first interview, and definitely, by all means, do not wear a t-shirt. Use a plain shirt, just a normal shirt. Some jeans is okay, some comfortable shoes, but no tennis shoes. Even though nowadays companies are very more relaxed, in my opinion, you still cannot wear tennis shoes to your first interview. It's just not presentable enough, okay? So watch your appearance. Make sure you do a little bit of makeup, shave, take a shower, all those things just to look presentable. And take it easy with your perfume and your cologne, okay? You don't want to overwhelm your interviewer, okay? So, number 2, it's your appearance. You do not have to wear a suit and a tie, but you do have to look presentable, okay? Shirt, jeans, slacks, comfortable shoes, that works. Number 3, as you saw in this interview, it's your resume. You need to start working on your resume. We do look at resumes, primarily your previous experiences, the companies you've worked for, but the most important thing is how long have you worked for these companies. Do you tend to stick around your jobs for a long time, or you are bouncing around from job to job? That's very important. So keep an eye on your resume. Make sure you update it. Rule of thumb for your resume, and I'm pretty sure you can find a lot of articles out there on the internet about how to write the perfect resume. But in my experience, coming from somebody who runs so many interviews, we want one page, only one side, the most relevant experience. What do I mean by this? Do not list your experience as a cashier at McDonald's if you're applying for a creative director position. That's not relevant. Only list me your most relevant job experiences in that resume. I want current information, your phone number where I can reach you, and of course, you need to bring 2 copies to this interview. Now, why? Number 1, for the first person you talk to. But what if that person likes you so much and they move you to interview to a second interview with the director? Bring 2 printed copies of your resume. Number 4, the interview. The interaction between the interviewer, okay? Make sure you do your research, okay? You need to know a little bit about the company you're interviewing for and the position, of course. Do not show up to your interview saying, oh, I haven't done my research. I don't know what you guys do. Can you tell me a little bit? No, that says a lot of bad things about you. Show up to your interview well informed and make your research. We want to know what you know about the company. Every time we ask that question is because we want to know if you have an idea of what we do here. So, yes, have you heard anything about our company? Yes, I have. I know you guys do graphic design and you do printed ads for different companies, and you are looking for a creative director that is in charge of this, such and such and such and such. That says a lot about you, and we're waiting for that. Number 2, in your interaction with your interviewer, we want to see how human you are. So smile, relax, lower those shoulders, don't move your hands so much. I want to know about you. I want to know what you like to do. I want to know what you don't like. What are your hobbies? I want to know who I'm talking to. But more than anything, I want to see if your personality matches our company. So show me your personality. I want to see that, okay? It's important that I interact with you and that you interact with me. That's number 4. Let's talk about number 5. The 5th point to master your next job interview is ask a lot of questions. We expect you to have questions for us. And at the end of the interview, every time we say, do you have any questions for us? We are always surprised by those who are actually asking questions. Now, you might say, what questions can I ask at the end of the interview? Well, here's a few examples. Let's say you're interviewing for a cashier position. And at the end of the interview, they say, is there any questions? Do you have any questions for me? You always want to close by saying yes. Can you please walk me through a normal day? Can you walk me through the responsibilities of the person who has my job right now? That's the best way to end your interview, because I want to know how much of attention you were paying to this interview, and also I want to know if you really have any questions, what kind of questions you have. And that's a very smart question, by the way. And that's going to open up a whole new catalog of opportunities for you to ask more questions and to find out about more about the position you're applying for. So if you're going for a cashier position and you ask, can you walk me through a normal day? They might tell you, oh, yes, you have to open at 6 in the morning. We expect you to count the register once or twice a day. We expect you to provide customer service to customers. And then you have more information so you can compare it to what you want. Remember, you always close the interviews asking questions. Number 6, And this is the conclusion of this video. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think this information is important or you think this information can help somebody, please share it with somebody that can be benefited. And also like, share, subscribe, and even write me a comment. What things am I missing? Do you know another tricks that I should know and I should include in this video? Please do share. Number 6 is do not go into the interview expecting to know right away how much they're gonna pay you. Nothing is more depressing, nothing is more sad during an interview than a candidate starting the interview right off the bat asking how much money do you guys pay for this position. We don't want to know you're interested only in the money. I want to know you're interested about the company, our culture, our people, the stuff we do, our products, our services, our mentality. And then of course compensation is really important, and that's primarily the reason why you're looking for a job in the beginning, but don't show it. I want to know your true person. You want to find out what we are as a company about. Don't talk about money just yet. Money will come. That question is always left to the very end. And if you finish the interview and they never mention it, you please feel more than welcome to ask it at the very end of the interview. You can say stuff like, so if I may ask one more question, what kind of compensation do you guys provide for a position like this? That's the best way to ask for this, okay? And also, be mindful about a few things, a few hints here and there. If you see the interviewer is losing interest, they're gonna just shut down, start writing notes, not respond to your question, just say, You're losing them. You better say something interesting to get their attention. And if they tell you at the very end of the interview, okay, we'll call you, we'll make a decision, okay? Thank you so much for stopping by. Chances are they're not gonna call you. You maybe didn't make an impression. If you made an impression, believe me, we tend to move candidates to that second interview on the spot. We don't want to waste any more time. Or some companies do the opposite. Some companies have you come back once, twice, 3 times just to see how much you are really interested in this position. Do your research. Investigate what company you're applying for, what their culture is, what their mentality is, what are they all about, and what type of products they provide. That's the best thing to do right before you go to the interview. And also bring your resume with you. Don't forget to dress well, take a bath, shave, easy on the cologne and perfume. If you're a woman, do a little bit of makeup, not too much, not too heavy. And I think that's it. Those are the best tips I have for you to master your next job interview. If you think I missed something, please leave me a comment down below. I would love to read this information and maybe integrate it in the second part for this interview. And also, I respond to these messages one by one by myself personally, and I enjoy really. Thank you very much today for stopping by this week also. I really enjoy to see your smiley faces here every week. I got an announcement to make. We just crossed the 400 subscriber mark. Yeah, 400 subscribers. I know it doesn't sound like it's a lot, but to me, 400 subscribers, it's a nice milestone. So thank you very much. You contributed to this. Thank you for watching these videos every week. This is only an English version. I don't have a Spanish version for this video because some of the things don't apply in the Mexican workforce because the questions over there are a little different and the companies also hire in a very different fashion. But if you're interested in a Spanish version of this video, by all means, drop me a like, drop me a comment. I will do my very best to have one out soon. Again, thank you so very much for stopping by. This is Frank of All Trades. I hope you find this information useful. See you on the next one.